Hi everyone, I'm Zan, JMH here on YouTube, and also 7 Cottage Lane on Instagram. Thanks for coming by my channel. I'm going to share another video from shopping at an antique store that was cleaning out everything, closing down. So some segments, some little chapters coming up with the kind of the rest of my finds. Thanks for for coming back if you're back from my first video of the shopping experience. It was a long one. This one's I'm sure quite a bit shorter. If you're new, thanks for coming this time, and I'd love for you to go back and look at the other video also. And I appreciate y'all. Enjoy being with everybody, reading comments. Please stop in and say hi. Okay, let's do this. Thanks, guys. Okay, back with a few little random things from the antique store shopping weekends. Um, I'm finding little bits and pieces of stuff under other things. So I'm down to like the last two boxes of stuff, but I've got a few more things. So happy to find some flower frogs. I collect flower frogs. I love the green spiky kind. I have some of this kind, the cage type. Mine are all smaller than this though, so it's cool to be able to add a larger one. And then I don't know about y'all, but the glass flower frogs are really pricey around here. So this is a nice sized one. Um, like like being able to add it to my collection. They look cool in a little pile somewhere. And then these these rhinestone buttons are really pretty. They're very nice. I love anything blingy. These are heavy and very well made. Love those. And then I picked up a couple of and found them actually in the bottom of a box I was fixing to throw away from all my stuff. Um, these two little individual clip-on earrings, and then these I'm guessing, guys, these are cufflinks or like some kind of little button closure or something. Um, the cufflinks that I've seen or that my husband uses, have the little twisty thing on them. But these have like a little. Let me put this down. These have like a little bar that slides in and out and springs back. So was that a certain style or time or way to use that? I'm not thinking that that's what they are actually, cufflinks or button things. So those are cool. And of course, I'm not ever going to leave a cloth measuring tape behind. And okay, I love this little thing. So I think it is actually, not like reproduction new. It's got USA on the bottom of it, and it's super cute. So definitely, I'm thinking vintage. And the little cap pops up, and it, actually has had talc powder in it. It has a little bit of aroma. There's stuff in there. I haven't sprinkled it out yet, but isn't that adorable? So cute. The Kodak film reel. Talk about vintage colors of the box. That yellow red. So classic for that. Cool. I'll probably pop it open at some point and get the film out to use it. And then vintage graphics for the domino box. Cool. I can't tell you how many times I've bought dominoes from Peeps. Are these actually wood? What are these made from? They're so lightweight, but they're not plastic. Now here's a whole little set. Great graphics on the box. And as some of y'all know, I love little shoe things. So very excited when I saw these little kids shoe forms, little wood forms. Won't those be cute in a bookcase sitting on the top of a bunch of books with the plant and all the little stuff around it. It's got the little 3.5 on them. So cute. Love those. And then I thought these were fun. I think these are probably really vintage, jingle bells. Maybe that they used for little kids' choir or something, music classes. But they're in really great shape, and they're like stamped on the bottom PL, and they have a great sound to them. If somebody can think of a cute way to display those for like a Christmas decoration, somebody, y'all let me know if you can think of something, a cute way to use them. Okay, got a couple more probably videos of some leftover goodies. Be right back. Okay, I'm not sure what we can do with these, but I'm going to show y'all some old and very distressed shape photo albums. Of course, all the photos have been removed, but I'm just wondering what we can do with some of the pieces from them, the metal, the metal parts on them, the clasp. There's a couple of them that the pages, the photo album part of it that holds everything, that they're that Frenchy blue, which, surely we can find some way to use those. That would be cool. Let's let me see if I can let's just start with this one. This metal piece with the mirror, that's neat. And then it's got a beautiful clasp on it. I think this one is in really rough shape on the inside, even though the outside doesn't seem too awful. But the pages in it are all broke up. So there's that one. And then, let's do this. Let's get this blue one. It may be the Frenchy blue one on the inside. All the velvet or whatever is completely rubbed off. Yeah, this has got the blue in the inside. Now these, several of these would be, you could take apart and use. I'm feeling like they're not all in great shape, but they're beautiful color with the gold. Maybe we could figure out a way to rescue some of those and use those. There's that one. And guys, I don't know if these are worth messing with. If anybody would be interested in any of this, if you would, let me know. Okay, this one though, this metal piece is engraved. Let me see if I can. It's engraved with, there it is, with the Langner name on it, so it was their photo album. With that shield on the front. I'm thinking about, get that off of there. And I think this one might have been the one that has, I think it's like a music box in there. Cool clasp. Yeah, this one's in. Most of the pages are broken. The little bar things, but okay. So how did that work? I can see something moving in there, but it's a music player. Interesting. Anybody knows anything about that? Let me know. But that metal piece with their name engraved on there is cool. Okay, there's that one. And then these two are my favorite. This one, of course, is I'm guessing this is celluloid. That's what I'm going to call it. It's all broke off of there, but aren't those corners, embellishments, metal embellishments, beautiful. Look at this clasp. There's that one. Nothing else. I got to figure out how to get those off of there. this one is in the best shape on the outside. It's pretty nice. The clasp is missing, but look how pretty that is. So none of that seems to be cracked, and it's got the Frenchy blue in it. I love it. Yep, I like this one. So lots of pages of that. All the big openings. Oh, there's a couple of the small ones on the back. So in decent shape compared to the other ones, other than just missing this clasp. Okay. Anybody with any thoughts on this, please speak up. Put it in the comments for me and let me know. Okay, guys, on to the next one. Okay, I came home with a quilt. Quilts are not something that I usually come home with. I have a couple of quilts, but this one kind of, there was just something about it that I really liked, and decided it needed to be mine, at least for a little while. There were a stack of quilts, and by the second weekend they were gone. So that tells you how popular quilts are. I know that there's a love of quilt making, of the fabrics, the heritage behind it, the craftsmanship in creating a quilt, the tradition of it. But as far as it's like that information, anything about patterns, styles, age, I have no clue, gang. I do, like I said, I think this is all hand stitched. I can see the the little hand stitches on on the front, and I can see some hand stitching on the back side of it. I don't see anything that looks like machine stitching, like a mass produced quilt. It's got these pretty little scalloped edges, and they're it's I think it's in pretty good shape. Of course, there are little separated places on it. Some of the edges have that frayed material to them, but and it doesn't seem to have any deep, large stains. Some discolored places, but I brought it home and I washed it in a tote and laid it out to dry, and I think it came out very nice. The colors are just they're still rich. And y'all that know about okay, see, look, that might be one of the biggest places right there. Y'all that know about vintage or antique fabrics may be able to tell more about the age of it by just looking at the fabrics. That's like a separated piece, but that may be the biggest piece on it. I think it's pretty. I think it's in good shape. Let me see if I can rotate it around and show all the colors, all the pieces. So anybody that's got questions or wants to share with me what to be looking for, or if you're interested in it, I'll be happy to visit with you and send pictures, and then hopefully at sometime in the near future I'm going to be offering it. Keep rotating it around. I want to say thanks to everybody, again, for everybody stuck with me watching any of these videos, these segments, this video, and especially the first one that I posted because it's so long. But the experience has been fun. I don't know that I'll probably ever, have an opportunity to go into some place that's been there for a long time and has a lot of unique, neat stuff in it, and shop it again. And I made a new friend. So the scalloped edge. Okay, guys, so it's a quilt. Thanks for looking. I'll be back. I'm going to share a few more books. These are from the antique store. Cantrell's notes on here. She's guessing. It says no date, about 1890. Children's poetry, color illustrations. This is completely come away from the spine. What's neat about this little book? These little. I'm gonna pick this whole thing up. Now this paper's fragile, so it's not gonna take much happening to it. It'd be good for and the beautiful Gothic print, but it's not going to be good for much other than maybe collage or behind the scenes, masterboard, that kind of stuff. But these are like on little cards, these little illustrations, images. They're very sweet. There's several of them in here. Again, this paper is fragile. Look at those. So I guess they just glued those in, dipped those in. Just got a note from her. See that one. Oh, look how cute. She's got a little water wheel, a wishing well. A little blue dress. Oh, I like that one. The note says 8. Paste. I'm not sure what that word is. Some flowers in the rain. Pretty little red umbrella. Okay, so there's that little book. So I can get everything tucked back in there so I don't break anything off. And then like a tiny little ledger, Sophie Langer, and got a few pages of her writing in there, and she was a nurse, so that makes sense. This says Pulse, radical, I don't know. Got me something normal pulse. So maybe it's just her notes on something medical. But isn't that beautiful? Look at her writing. And it's just a couple of pages of that. It's a very tiny little thing. Come on, there we go. And a few blank pages, looks like. Not very many. I just love the label on it. And this book is cool. It's a botanical book in German. The cover's got 1881 on it. Oh, she's got botany 1881. Okay. And then it's fixing to fall. And then the Langner name is in it, so it's part of that estate. A collection from them. And it's just got a lot of cool images in it, graphics, illustrations, whatever we're calling them. Oh, look, like root system. So maybe this was intended, mushrooms, for like a home gardener, which I guess back then a bunch of people did grow things, their own stuffs. I love anything with fern. That's pretty. There. I lose that little piece of paper. Her notes. Although this paper, definitely feels like you would break pieces off of it. It's not going to fold. It's going to be too brittle for that. But it's not so fragile that me just flipping through it, pieces are breaking off. So that's cool. Okay, neat book. And then let's see, 1855. The front cover's missing. This is what I liked it for this. I wish it had both of them. Tables. English. Cute little illustrations. Missing its cover. Probably some pages too, I would guess, but this is just a blank ledger. I think there's just maybe a couple of entries, 2 or 3. Just cool numbered pages. This isn't the top of the old ledger paper that's, thick. Okay, it's 1913. I feel like you'd probably be able to print on it. It's in German. Yeah, it's in German. I wonder what that's about. It's just a whole blank ledger. With numbers. The numbers are always cool. Something. That's 1919. And then a little pile of music books. Love these covers. Doesn't that make a cute little journal? The Langner name in it. It's a part of that estate, that collection. 1872. And this is Sophie's, her name in it. Let's see if there's a date. 1908. German. Cute little book. I don't see a date on that one. German. That's just about to come loose, it looks like, from that side. Okay, Scan Trails notes say no date, about 1870 through 1890s. Let's see. Oh, that's fabulous. Look at that. Man, cool. Let's see. Oh, there we go. How pretty. Looks like over 200 pages. Let's see, 300. It's got 300, about 300 pages in it. Yep. Neat book. Love those first 2 pages. Okay, so just a few more books from the antique store. Thanks, guys, for watching again. Okay, I've got a photo album of a young woman named Agnes to share. The label on there, 1924 through 1928. It looks like Agnes might have been away at school during these pictures. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Isn't she cute? Looks like she had a fun time, had some adventures. I love this series. So what would they have done? Agnes and her friends went somewhere for a photo shoot. Could that be the story behind it? Aren't they cute? How fun. Get back in the frame. Traveling. Let's see. Walking in Milwaukee, it says. Somewhere island. They're on a ship. That's July of 24. Ford SS Carolina. Agnes, Daddy, and Ruth. That's neat. Oops, sorry. There we go. Fishing, a little fishing. Kitty. Girls Dormitory, Yankton College. Yankton College Conservatory of Music. College Stadium, whoops, Yankton. Church. Playing a little golf. Washington Island. Let's see. Oh, okay, I keep getting that. Wonder if that's your grandmother. Nice photo album. Pretty young woman. Looks like she was getting to enjoy her life. Okay, be right back. Okay, got my treasures out of one of the bigger pieces, and I had safely tucked away some stuff in there. Let me show you the bigger stuff first. And the last day I got some of the sewing drawer boxes. None of them match, but they're so cool for storage. I think I got 3 or 4 of those. I'll just show you a couple of them. It's very simple. And then the one I love the most, the whole back of it's busted out, but oh, look at, let me see, look at that. Oh, I love it. I love it, love it. Okay, yeah. Get these cleaned up, and I can start using them for storage. And then let's do the milk glass pitcher. I used to collect milk glass. I don't so much anymore, but it's a very nice pitcher, and so it came home with me. And I don't know that I'll keep it, but it's nice. And then okay, the biggest thing I'm gonna try to show y'all. So here comes. Okay, I call them cheese boxes. I collect these, and I come across them, from time to time down here. But I haven't seen them that have this crimped metal edge banding around them. So it's got a number there, and then a stamp over here. It's in really good shape. I love it. Okay, so there's that. Ooh, one more drive by. Okay, so tickled with that. And then let's do, okay, the oddball thing. I had no idea what these were. I just knew they looked neat. They're very dirty. They have tags on them still, made in Czechoslovakia, and that they were intricately beaded. I did opened up this box and started looking, I did a quick search on them, and they're some kind of lamp cover bulb shade thing. The inside of them, all this beading, I'm guessing wire work, because this is kind of, you can move this around a little bit. These are heavy. They may not look beautiful here, but they're beautiful in person. And this inside is, all beaded too. So this is formed. It's dimensional. Like I said, on some type of wire. They kind of move. So there were 2 red ones, 2 blue, and then 1 green. If anybody, knows about these, seen them somewhere else, I'm sure they're absolutely beautiful with a light shining through them. And then, oh yeah, the green one. I love the green one, of course. This was something new to me. So got those, and then okay, guys, I have unhealthy collection obsession with the crystal and silver coasters. So I didn't need any of these. I have a bunch, but I got them. So got a bunch of those, and I got one little piece of ironstone, a little ironstone creamer, Homer Laughlin. Got that, and then I love me a doorknob, so got that, and then this is so pretty. It's glass necklace. The clasp on it is beautiful. It's the quality of it is the workmanship on this stamped metal plate thing that the clasp is. Let me see if I can show you the floral pattern on it. It's so pretty. There we go. Maybe, yeah. All the strands are there, still connected. Beautiful green color. And then just a few more pieces of jewelry. I love this with this kind of gray blue. More little clip-on earrings. Another pendant, and I'm not sure what those are. It could have been earrings. The clip part is gone. Okay, guys. So there's a few more things. All right, let's finish up with some books. I found one more music book, and it is in rough shape. Covers are off, but it's a German music book. I think this paper would be good for collage, for backgrounds on stuff. So another German music book. And then let's do the missile. It's beautiful, that emerald green with the gold embossing. Look how pretty that is. And then I remembered that the pages are decorated in this. They're all page. Aren't they beautiful? Gold. I think this one was early 1900s. Let me look again. Yeah, 1901. Amazing with that on every page. And yeah, I don't think that's German. It's maybe, is that French? How pretty would that be if you wanted to take apart? I mean, it's gorgeous as it is, but how pretty would that be for pages in something for a Christmas project journal? Pretty. Okay, so there's that. And then let's do this big one. Okay, this is a big old book. Um, 1871. She's got notes on it. It says 1871. Yeah, 1871. Part of Mr. Langner's collection estate. His name there in 1883. German. And what I liked about this book, I liked the way the print is laid out with the border all the way around it. I thought that was cool. It's got a lot of pages. Let's see, over 1,000. That's 1,000 right there. That'd be pretty on the shelf in your collection. I'd love that. Okay, so there's that. And then let's do this little chunky book. I like this little chunky book. It's ready to be used in whatever, in projects. It is broken half. Let's see, there's part of the spine. 1840 it looks like from her notes. German. That thin rag paper content top paper. Soft. Okay, that's cool. I need to Google image that. That's neat. Okay, so but nice paper, nice thin paper. Okay, cool little chunky book, like the size of the pages. And then let's see, this one, 1850, Mr. Langner's name, and a date of 1882, German. Pretty Gothic picture font. Okay, nice little book. And let's see, that's the last one. says. It says Latin Greek in her notes. This is rag paper. This is that soft kind of rag paper that feels like material, really. Yeah, that's nice. Like those numbers. I like this book. There's some notes. And something other than not in English. So, okay. Nice little book. All right, guys. I think that's really, really it for all the antique shopping. It's been fun. Thank you for everybody that's stopped by, that has watched any portion of this video or the one that's so long, and for commenting, for putting up with me while I've talked about this antique shopping experience for the last 2 months. And thank y'all. I hope to be offering some of this stuff pretty soon in the next month or two. Thank you again for hanging out with me. Everybody have a good day. See y'all soon.